They'll be calling you a radical back to the fires. This is an important video, a really important video. I want to talk about my hypothesis when I was walking the coast of California, the very first one that started talking about all the dead pines. Nobody was even talking about it. I'm the first one that started to say, hey, the tide pools are dying, they're dying. Nobody's So I'm walking the coast 2014, 2015. I want to say this too. This is important. As the activist, as the performance artist, as the Ph.D, as the human breathing air. It's all I can do to keep waiting for you. I don't think people have a clue. 7 years ago, it's been almost 7 years. I was right there. When a doctor walks into you, and I've watched so much death in my life, my father nuked to death, he walks in and tells you, you've got 2 months to live. You have a radical cancer in your body, and you go through that, multiple doctors tell you that. That's what happened to me right there in the fall of 2011. It's going to give you leukemia, it's going to give you... I've watched this fight so many times. It's all I can do to keep waiting for you. What killed him, Benjamin Orr? AML leukemia, mows you down like that. I went from 170 to 130. So Vincent Hanson right there steps in, puts me in a bone marrow transplant at L.D.S, dangerous philosophy. I mean, so radical, so hardcore, so fun. I don't think anybody knows. I mean, it's so disturbing to me, to these people that can go after me, these people whatever, freaking YouTube, Google allows these people to attack a person with a central line hanging out of my freak thing, trying to freaking save you from you, doing the greatest Ph.D. in human, full of AML leukemia, down to 130 pounds, platelet counts of 30, I mean, chest split open. I want any of you, to walk into a bone marrow transplant unit, to walk into an AML leukemia unit. You'll cry. It'll break your fucking heart. I don't think anybody has a clue how long, how hardcore, how fucking miracle it is to survive this beast. I mean, the survival rate is fucking, it's almost impossible. This is the first time in almost 7 years I've actually been able to feel like a person again. I mean, that wolf's been on my fucking neck. So I'm walking the coast. I'm the first one to start talking, look at the dead fucking trees, look at it. So I ran my hypothesis by a lot of Californians. In the marine biology department, in the science community, my hypothesis, which I call Fukushima, I'm like, it's going to cause a gas. Now listen to me, this is real important. This is why these pines, where'd you sleep, where'd you sleep? I slept in the dead fucking pines with the sun from Fukushima, Japan, always shine. This is real important. Now stay with me. My hypothesis, they're like, oh, beetles. I says, no, it's not fucking beetles. It's not beetles, you're full of shit. I says, a pine tree holds gas inside the needle. That's why they're evergreen. They stay fucking green all year. They hold radiation from the sun. Finally, California, I'm running this hypothesis with California Fish and Game, 5 marine biologists, fucking up and down as I'm walking the coast of California, sleeping in my sleeping bag, dying of leukemia. I walked the entire fucking coast. I mean, I'm talking to them, I'm running this, you know, online, I'm doing what I can when I get some Wi-Fi. I'm like, I call Fukushima. Look, it's a different type of radiation. It's a plasma, it's a fucking gas. It's coming off Fukushima, it's storing in the needles. That's what's killing these trees. It's too hot for the fucking... You know, even though the atmosphere, it's that fucking gas that it's grabbing, that's what they do. Over fucking hundreds of millions of years, they grab the gas from the sun, they store it. That's why when you light one, it explodes, right? It goes, it's exactly what's going on in these. These are the largest, fucking hottest fires in human history. Spontaneous, I mean, my hypothesis is proof. And so I'm running this hypothesis by everybody, and they're like, well, finally they come out and says, Kevin, well, you're right, it is radiation. You know, that's what's killing the trees. They're getting too hot. I says, well, this is a new fucking, this is a gas I call Fukushima. So I'm predicting, I says, you're going to get fucking epic fires. They're just going to explode the fucking atmosphere. You're going to get a heat bubble push over. The Great Salt Lake's going to go dry. Now I'm doing this, everybody says you're crazy because the Great Salt Lake in 2012 was at fucking historical normal levels. I mean, my videos prove it, out of the spiral fucking jetty. So I'm running, I says, it's a news. So Livermore finally comes out and fucking collides fucking waste together and confirms Kevin Blanch's work. They're like, on the bottom of the pyramid, on their pyramid, which I'm this, on the bottom of the pyramid, they fill, why'd they leave 4? They fill all 4. They get the awards, they get the awards. Where'd they get the waste that they collided at Livermore? Fukushima, Japan. Creating new energy, you can look it up, they proved it. Proved my Fukushima thesis, absolutely 100% proved. I mean, they get, it's the top of the pyramid, FU, Fukushima. So I'm like, look, if that's the case, my hypothesis was this is the case clear back then, these tide pools are going to die. The Pacific salmon, all the salmon have got record returns. I said, they'll collapse in 2060 on cue again. I mean, this is the greatest Ph.D. in human history. Fucking performance art, my fight with fucking cancer. What an epic, historic fucking fight. You know, incredible. All I've had is YouTube, because they've captured the fuck. Academia is a joke. They blackballed me. They took my degrees away, whatever. Well, I'm fighting an incredible. I mean, go talk to Vincent right there, Hanson. Go talk to him. Maybe the greatest oncologist in the country, Fimbo Peterson. He saved my life. He known me since I was a little boy. He lives right here. He says, Kevin, you know, he put so much weight. He saved me. He's like, I would never recommend a 51-year-old with AML leukemia. That's what it is. You're right. The fuck pathologist has it wrong. You know, you're going to the L.D.S. He say bone marrow transplant at fucking Salt Lake. I said, no, I'm going to the Mayo Clinic. I come from a family of fucking doctors. I've got money. He says, I threw down my stock portfolio to him. I said, don't treat me like I'm somebody. He says, I know. I said, I got almost $1 million in the stock market right here. All this Tesla stock. You know, you watch me make it. Here. He says, I'm going to the Mayo Clinic. I've been talking to him on the phone. I'm going to take him a check. I'm headed. No, Kevin, you don't know. There's a guy in fucking right here in Salt Lake, the East 8, named Fimbo Peterson from Denmark. Your Danish philosophy, mine, my Danish. I know you said she's a kid. Fight. No, you're going there. It's the best in the world. I've talked to him. He's going to take you. He's going to put a lot of work into you. I mean, this is a brutal, wicked cancer, Kevin, but I would never recommend it. But I've known you since you was a little boy. I know how physical, I know how mentally strong, I know you're acting. My brother and father both died of fucking thyroid cancer, Southern Utah, and he got emotional. Fimbo, same thing. That's why these people, they want to talk. I mean, they believed in me. You should have seen it in that bone marrow transplant. I remember I had allergic reaction. I had 22 things hanging off the tree in my fucking central jugular line at one time. I had an allergic reaction to iodine. I mean, it was so horrible that night. I'm going in and out of a fucking coma. Those nurses who are all from Weber State, I mean, they're crawled up on my back. They're tickling me. They're tickling my hand. Praying for me. You could hear them fucking weeping, crying. Kevin, don't you go, don't you go, don't you go, don't you go. I mean, they put so much work in it. They did so much. I cannot say enough about these fucking nurses in Utah. You know, from the woman who runs the nursing school at Weber State University is an old oncology nurse at fucking East 8 bone marrow transplant. Megan and Melissa right here are two massage therapists. They would put fingertip massage all over my body, fucking up and down. They said, we know your body better than our husbands, fucking boyfriends, whatever. I mean, they believed in me and they fucking loved me. And they do fingertip massages. Come on. Fimbo says, they don't let people in bone marrow transplant centers. I said, come on. And he says, you bring anybody you want. The administration used to get mad at me for videoing inside there. They were trying to block it. Fimbo says, no, fuck them. You do what I mean, and I go, no, fuck you, I'm fighting for my life. Fucking, you take $1 million of my fucking money, put me on Medicaid, kicked off Medicaid, no public assistance. I mean, the fucking state of Utah, which I go all the way back, Abraham Huntsick, got to force my fucking grandfather. My mom. I mean, Abe the First, without him, that is the Mormon fucking church. They were, I mean, what, these Satan worship satanic fuckers? I mean, they went in with there and spent the day with me the whole day. You should have seen them both. They'll tell you both. You go talk to either one and they'll say, Kevin Blanch changed our lives forever. They just wept when they come. This is a gas. I've proven it. Fructonium. I mean, I think about some of the work that I've done in the last, And thank you to everybody who supported this historic work. Without you, this 300 people who have supported it. You know, I've traveled all over the world full of fucking cancer, fucking proving this hypothesis, trying to fucking fight back, take down the nuclear energy crime. I mean, I remember a guy came to me, you really going to take on the nuclear energy crime? Whoa. Frieda Meisenblauer in Vienna, Austria, on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo, the greatest anti-nuclear activist saying, Kevin, you're on your own. It's, you know, your path, you know. I never picked it, you never picked it. I mean, 88, she passed, she says. I have big fucking shoulders and I'm strong as a plaster, you know, everybody knows me. You know, fucking my atomic brain. I mean, everybody knew me in this town. Cancer. You know, I go through this fucking incredible, I invented, I used to call it angry yoga, whatever. I'd go through this sun meditation and I would do this fingertip massage with this angel that would come to me in my mind in the night and tickle me on every cross-hatch across my body, get the chemo, get the cancer out. Don't come around here no more. Don't come around, no, I ain't got what you're looking for. Don't come around here no more. And I would go in this intense Don't you fucking take me. You're not gonna take me. You're not gonna take me. Cancer's not gonna take me. Fucking, I'm so intense you don't even fucking know what this fight's been. This fucking fight. You know, I mean, I think about the intensity of it. My fucking art, my fucking plays, my creativity, the death I've watched. I watched Marshal Jensen fucking die. I watched KARLA fucking right here fucking die. I helped Paul fucking hand as they've I fucking right there inside the support. I've watched fucking way too much in my fucking lifetime. So I'm gonna sell the jacket. It's cool. I made it. You know, that's how I support my art. $3,300. One of one. There's only one. I'll sign it. So that's real, by the way. Look at the signature. So many people have sent me so many cool fucking things. I need a cello. I need a cello. The more fucked up, the better. I need an all fucked up steel guitar and or a violin. That's all I can do to keep waiting for you. Have you seen Junior's grades? That's all I can do. Thunder only happens when it's rain. Players only love you when, well, it don't fucking rain. And the players, they don't play. They're too self-indulged, worrying about the next life. Fucking good luck to you with that one. You're better for goodness. Running with the devil. I've been to the edge. I stood and looked down. I lost a lot of fucking friends there. Remember when he got out the fucking drill? Pound cake. I'm on top of the world. Remember he gets out the electric drill, Eddie? And fucking goes on that guitar. Whoa. Leadbelly's guitar, Kurt Cobain's. Nature is a whore. Where'd you sleep last night, Kim? Where'd you sleep? Don't you lie to me. And pine, and pine, and pine. Dead fucking pines. Nature is a whore. You fucking lied to me. Leadbelly's guitar. All I can do to keep waiting for you. I've been to the edge. I stood and looked down. Lost a lot of friends there. These are the hottest, wickedest fires. I hypothesize everybody the Great Salt Lake's fucking dry. That's fucking in the history. Look at that shit coming off there. Think about my work at fucking San Onofre. Think about my fucking work at San Onofre. Had difficult with this one, Hemingway. Getting down to a pound. I'm a Kavanaugh guy. My grandma, Ella Hemingway Potter Hunsaker, gave me this fishing pole. I've been to the edge, I stood and looked down. Thunder only half, because you're fucking all running with the fucking devil. These fires are real fucking shit. I hypothesize every bit at this fucking gas. The atmosphere is exploding, 13 simultaneously at one fucking time. That's the only one of those, too, the can. That's a rare fucker. Read the legend on it. Read the legend. Yeah, this is real. I had season tickets the first year. I have a pair of fucking Maravich's socks. $140 for the fucking year. Now look at these fucking whores. Vivid Home Smart fucking Energy Solutions. Fucking kill the fucking earth. The San Onofre reactor's parked right there. I fought at Idaho, I fought in Utah, I fought in California, I fought in Austria, I fought in New York, I fought in fucking streets of fucking DC. Woo, woo. It's your pseudo-facto theology, it's your pseudo-facto sociology. It's your pseudo-facto sociology, it's your pseudo-facto theology. It's God's will for us. That's all I can do, keep waiting for you. It's the ecology, stupid, who broke the chain. You said you would never break the fucking chain. If you don't love me now, you will never love me again. Oh, you broke the fucking chain. That's all I can do, keep waiting for you. It's all I can do.